It's a Wednesday on the Morning Brew. We got a packed house, including our friend Ross Barrett from Village Capital, who's in town. We got Chris Dunkerson, who's going to talk about all the new Xfinity projects. Shauna Kessler-Frost and Greg Frost are here. We got all the TEDx folks in, and we got Anita Steve from Bernalillo County, all in the Morning Brew with friends. It is the Morning Brew. This is so much fun. The guys from Village Capital are in Albuquerque this week, and they are launching a very cool project. And first of all, tell us about Village Capital and how you kind of came to Village Capital.
Yeah, so I founded Village Capital 5 years ago, and we find and we run training programs for and we make investments in entrepreneurs solving really important problems in the world. Here in Albuquerque.
And these aren't just the regular entrepreneurs. These are like people who are really tackling huge issues, right?
Yeah, so I mean, we're not looking for the next iPad app that is a game. We're looking at people solving problems in water, food systems, things that are important to us every day.
So what was one of your biggest successes leading up to today?
So we've got a company called Empower, and Empower is a student financing tool, and it basically assesses your ability as a student to repay, not the family background that you came from. And so it's made student loans accessible to students at 100 colleges, about half the interest rate across the country.
That's very cool. And so in Albuquerque, you guys started talking to the mayor, about 18 months ago?
That's right.
And you guys were starting to realize there were some critical water issues here in Albuquerque. And then as water became a thing across the nation, you guys said, well, hey, we should do a program on that, right?
Yeah, so Mayor Barry and the great leaders building Innovate ABQ have a vision for Albuquerque being a center of excellence in water entrepreneurship. And we work all across the country. We work in agriculture in Louisville. We work in energy in Houston. And we have been wanting to do water for a while. We're looking for a city to base our water entrepreneurs, and Albuquerque is an amazing place to be an entrepreneur.
I think a lot of us are like, water, how do you make money on water? Like, if you're not the water utility,
right,
how do you make money on water? How do you become an entrepreneur in that?
So we've got 12 water entrepreneurs, the best water entrepreneurs in the country here in Albuquerque today. And we've got people in everything from recycling water to water desalinization to
there's one company even making electricity out of water, I know.
Yeah, they're from Colorado, and they're coming here to Albuquerque for this program. It's hydropower on small microgrids. It's an amazing group of companies.
But you guys are also coming with money.
Right.
How much is it, and I love how people get the money.
So we are going to invest $50,000 in 2 of these startups in Albuquerque.
So $100,000 in total.
$100,000 seed funding. Hopefully it's a lot more than that from other people who co-invest. But the entrepreneurs themselves actually pick who gets funding. So these 12 companies will do a rank of their peers, and the top ranked will invest in it, and they pick.
And it's a 12-week program, right?
Right.
And at the end of 12 weeks, all of the entrepreneurs, they get together, and they know each other after 12 weeks is the plan, right?
Right.
And then you get to say, hey, I really like that guy's company. He deserves $50,000 of seed funding. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It puts the entrepreneurs in control of where the future's going.
Yeah. So where do you see as the critical issues in water, and where's the runway in it for an investor?
Yeah, so I think 2 things. I think looking at ways to produce more clean water, whether it be from the brackish water that is under a massive reservoir under Albuquerque that can be used for agriculture, for drinking, for whatever. So taking unusable water and making it clean, or also recycling the water that we use, whether it's in oil and gas or whether it's in whether it's storm pollution runoff, like the folks from Bernalillo County will talk to us about. To use what we have better and take what we can't use and make it usable.
Very cool. Where's the investable part of that? I know that you're an investor. You're not in this. Right. You're in this to make some money in the long run.
Sure,
I mean, so how do you do that with these companies?
So I think that the food and agriculture industry, $1 trillion industry in the U.S., oil and gas industry, multiple trillions of dollars.
Right.
All of them, their single biggest problem is water. I mean, if you look at the front page of the newspaper, making better use of water is the single thing hitting these guys' bottom line. So whether it's an oil and gas company that would acquire this company or license this company's technology, if you're able to make better use of water, there's a great market opportunity.
Very cool. So why Albuquerque? I mean, was it just the connection you had with the mayor? Was there something more about Albuquerque that made it a water entrepreneurial city? I mean, what is it about us?
So I think in the 21st century, the entrepreneurs go where they want to go, and the capital follows. I think talent is in the driver's seat, and Albuquerque has amazing expertise in water between the labs and the big institutions that are here. Also, people really like living here. I mean, it's a great place to live, really high quality life. If you're an entrepreneur, you'd rather live here at 1/5 the price of New York City and
or Silicon Valley.
Yeah. I mean, we believe that 75% of venture funding goes to San Francisco, New York, Boston. We believe there are great entrepreneurs everywhere, and it's better, cheaper, and faster to build a company in places like Albuquerque and Silicon Valley today.
Right. Well, so full disclosure, we had dinner last night, and you were talking about some of the coolest stuff about the next levels of technology.
Right.
You're a guy who's been on the ground doing this stuff, investing in this stuff for years now. And you were talking about how all the easy stuff, the Facebooks of the world, have been invented. What's the next step, and what does the next 20 years look like in your mind?
Yeah, so the last 20 years of technology have really been from America Online to Google to Twitter, getting people online. And
America Online. I probably still have some of those CDs.
You probably got like a Netflix full of CDs if you wanted. So people are now online and talking to each other, but technology has really barely integrated the things that we do every day, like education, like health, like food systems, and it's mainly because these are big regulated markets with big incumbents. But because these are trillion-dollar industries, we're starting to see entrepreneurs integrate the way coffee gets to us from a sustainable source, or the way we recycle our water, or hospitals, classrooms. And so the best entrepreneurs we see are working on meaningful problems rather than, frivolous but interesting games or social media. And so the next 20 years, I think, is really going to see technology dramatically changing everything you do every day.
Is it going to be just picking around the edges, or is it going to be full, whole scale, like I go to the hospital and you still fill out stuff by paper? And that, is it just that little thing? Is it that little stuff like that that's going to be changing, or do you see a grander wholesale thing where it's a fully integrated system that I can just walk in anywhere with my phone and it knows I'm there?
So, I mean, it could be, I think it's going to be much more integrated. So, for example, if you wanted to, now people have Fitbits or phones that tell them what their exercise habits are. One of the things you could do is, if you want to monitor your diet, your phone could sync up with a restaurant, so when you order something on the menu, they could pop up and tell it whether or not it fits in with your diet. Now, people may not like that, but some people may really.
How many calories is it, and how much caffeine is in my coffee, all of that good stuff. Well, I love that you guys are on the cutting edge of all this and doing it here. You guys are in town for how long?
So we're in town for the week we're running the big program. We got a big event tomorrow night.
The big launch.
Big launch.
At Epicenter.
At the Epicenter.
And that's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah,
can't wait to see that.
You get to see the 12 entrepreneurs pitch. We'll have food and drink. People should come on out and see what we got.
Sounds like a plan. We'll see you tomorrow night. We'll be back in a couple of seconds with a whole lot more Morning Brew with Friends.